Page 5 now. Unconstitutional presidential amnesty and the fallout. It's getting ugly. Illegals are simply not being deported, period. According to the Obama Department of Justice, 96% of Central American illegal aliens arrested since last summer are still here. What's more, 77,000 illegals were given notices to appear in court, and only 3,000 bothered to show up. Is this a great country or what? But all this desecration of existing immigration law by Obama is apparently not enough for some non-citizens. They want more. Joining me now, Daily Ledger Page 5 girl Stephanie Marie. And Stephanie, when Barack Obama is heckled, it's amusing to me, but it's also very, very revealing.
Yeah, Obama is used to hecklers stopping him during speeches, but apparently he draws the line when the audience interrupts him at the White House. Obama was speaking at an event honoring LGBT Pride Month when an accented voice rang out from the crowd. The person who was yelling was a transgender who was angry about Obama's executive order on deportations because, in a way, it excluded LGBT people. Obama wasn't amused.
I've told you that the civil rights of LGBT Americans is... Yeah, hold on a second. Okay, you know what? No. Hey. Yeah, listen. You're in my house. Can we escort this person out? Come on. You can either stay and be quiet, or we'll have to take you out. All right. Can we have this person removed, please? Come on. Come on. Come on. No. No. Come on. Come on, guys. I'm just going to wait.
Shortly after the incident, an immigration group claimed the protester was an illegal immigrant named Jacente Gutierrez, who is a transgender. Gutierrez is a founding member of Familia TQLM, which is a group that advocates for LGBTQ immigrants, who the group says are often excluded in the immigration debate. You know,
Americans largely picked up on what Mr. Obama said, that, you know, you're bothering him in his house. Now, I can tell you pretty securely that Ronald Reagan would have never referred to the White House as his house. But again, this is rather revealing to hear Obama handle this heckler.
Yeah, it's kind of our house, and the president lives in that house rent-free, just like every other president in the past. And it's interesting, the president actually is supposed to pay for his own food, drinks, and booze, and he's supposed to do that for private parties. And this event is more of a public event, so this was actually funded by taxpayers.
Yeah, well, it's kind of our house. It is our house. We paid for that house, and we continue to pay for it. But this is what happens when you have pandering on the side of the Democrats, specifically Barack Obama. You can't please all special interest groups, and this is a very specific little special interest groups who, by the way, just happens to be not an American.
Right. Obama's the panderer-in-chief, and you're right, he can't make everyone happy, and we've actually seen this event, or this situation happen several times during his speeches. It's the same immigration group that keeps hammering him on his immigration policy.
It's humorous, but this is part of the destruction, unfortunately, of our country. What else do you have on page 5?
Remembering the Magna Carta. This month marks 800 years since the sealing of the Magna Carta by King John. This anniversary is not only important to the British, but also to Americans. The Magna Carta is widely regarded as the document that marked the beginning of the Anglo tradition of constitutional liberty that would eventually lead to the writing of the U.S. Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. So that's why it still matters today.
It is kind of remarkable how you can trace so many of the amendments, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, back to Magna Carta. And some of the important ones that relate to the way we conduct law in our country, execute law in our country, refers to the fact that punishment should be proportional, not cruel or unusual, of course. assets cannot be taken without due process. All of these ideas go back to Magna Carta. And like more broadly, the idea of common law was already quite a big thing in England in the 13th century. So Magna Carta was kind of interesting in that it made positive law out of a compact between power and some of the people that kind of solidified, instantiated some of those notions of common law. So yeah, it's hugely important in our legal history. It's important in concretizing the ideas, some of the ideas of common law. And Magna Carta came to the founders at a time when a particular gentleman, a guy called Sir Edward Coke, who was an interpreter of Magna Carta, really put it on a pedestal in terms of legal theory and the basic legal rights of Englishmen and then Americans.
Today, only 3 of the 63 clauses in the Magna Carta remain part of English law. One defends the freedom and the rights of the English Church. Another relates to the privileges enjoyed by the City of London. And the third, the right to trial by jury.
Magna Carta, John Locke, very important to the framers of the Constitution. So where does the original or originals reside now?
Yeah, there are 4 original 1215 copies out there. There's one at the Lincoln Cathedral, the Salisbury Cathedral, and 2 at the British Museum. And what's interesting is that all 4 of them were brought together in February of 2015, which has never been done before.
One of the most important themes of the Magna Carta is that our rights are derived by God and not mankind. Steph, thanks.